In today's lesson, we are going to find the surface area and volume of a sphere. Now, just a reminder of what a sphere is. Just think of it as a ball, a perfect ball. This is obviously not perfect. That's my drawing limitations. But think of a perfect ball. It's a three-dimensional shape. And each of the points on this ball is equidistant to this center here. Okay, so this distance is actually the same as this distance. It's actually the same as the distance to the top here. It's also the same as the distance here. So each of the length that goes to the edge of the circle or edge of the sphere to the center are equal. Okay, and for the surface area and volume of a sphere, the derivation of the formula is kind of complicated. So I encourage you to just memorize the formulas. And I'll give you the formulas here. So for surface area, it's 4 times pi times r squared. And for volume, it's 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Okay, and the formulas themselves don't look that complicated. Just think surface area is an area, or it's 2 dimensions, right? Surface area is 2 dimensional, so that's why r is being squared here. Volume is a 3-dimensional measurement, right? So that's why the r is being cubed here. You can remember it that way. So in case you get these mixed up, let me actually color code these with different colors. Okay, so in case you get these mixed up, you can think of r squared going with the surface area, which is in 2 areas in 2 dimensions, and r cubed goes with the volume, which is in 3 dimensions. Okay, so let's try and find the surface area and volume of this sphere here if r equals 7 centimeters. Okay, so if our r equals 7 centimeters, what are the surface area and the volume? And all you really need to do is plug in 7 for r. So surface area is 4 times pi times 7 squared, which is going to be 4 times, I'll switch the order for the pi and the 7 squared so that the numbers go together. 7 squared is 49, and then times pi. Okay, and 4 times 49 is 196. Okay, pi, don't forget pi. And also don't forget the unit. The unit was centimeters. And this is an area unit, so centimeters being squared. So this is our surface area. How about volume? Volume will be 4/3 pi r cubed, so 7 cubed here. Now 4/3, again, I'll switch the order for pi and 7 cubed so that the numbers go together. 4/3, 7 cubed is 343. And times pi, so 343 times, I don't think that's divisible by 3, so let's just multiply that times 4. And if you get, or it seems to be a weird number, just leave it like this. You can just leave it like this with a pi, since you can't really reduce this. And this is a volume, so the centimeter needs to be cubed here. Okay, so that would be our volume here. So that wasn't too hard. Once you know the formulas for the surface area and volume, it's not very hard to find the surface area and volume of a sphere. Now let's do one more example. This time, I'll give you the diameter, not the radius. So I'll give you this length. Remember, diameter is the full length. Let's say that the diameter is 10 meters. then what would the surface area and volume of this sphere be? Notice that in our formulas, we are using radius, not diameters. So we'll need to change our diameter to radius. So if diameter is 10 meters, radius, since this whole thing is a diameter, radius is half of the diameter, so radius is going to be 5, or 5 meters. And just plug that into our formulas. And surface area will be 4 times pi times 5 squared, which is going to be 4 times 25 times pi, which is 100 pi. And this is meters squared. For volume, we have 4/3 times pi times 5 cubed. That's going to be 4/3 times 125 pi. And that's going to be 500 over 3. Again, you can just leave it like this. You don't have to change to mixed numbers. For 500 over 3 times pi meters cubed. Okay, so this is the volume of our sphere. So the important thing is to identify, notice that the formula, you just need the radius for the sphere, because radius is really the only measurement that you can have. So once you have the radius, you can find both the surface area and the volume of a sphere.